Yesterday, I spent a hot day at Indiana Beach in Monticello, Indiana. I thought that most of their coasters were either okay or bad, but there was one that I thought that stood out above the rest. Cornball Express. Just looking at this thing, it's not very impressive, standing a measly 55 feet tall and only going 45 miles per hour with only 2,100 feet of track. But what CCI did with this layout is what makes it such a fantastic ride, and this is my review of Cornball Express. Choosing a favorite row for this ride is very difficult. YouTubers like Coaster Studios say it's a front row ride, while other enthusiasts like Airtime Thrill say it's a back row ride. In my 6-team rides, which I use to experiment with different rows, I've determined that the front and the back are dead even. They both provide very strong ejector airtime, just in different parts of the ride. One factor that's very important in the quality of this coaster is the fact that it has buzz bars. The ops will try to staple you with the seatbelt, but it's an airplane style seatbelt, so it's very easy to loosen. The ops have no power against me. These buzz bars make the layout pop much more, so let's look at that layout. The ride begins with a left-hand 180-degree turn out of the station. It then climbs up its short lift hill to its max height of 55 feet. The first great airtime moment of the ride is the ridiculously steep, twisting first drop in the back row. You'll get yanked out of your seat and jerked to the left in one of my favorite moments of the ride. The bottom of this drop is a really bad pothole, and that's really the only rough part of the ride. It then pops up into a 90-degree airtime hill that rotates the train. This gives solid floater all throughout the train. It then pops up into an airtime hill. This gives a sharp and powerful pop of airtime in the front row. It then turns another 90 degrees into my favorite part of the ride, the head chop drop. This is situated over the water, so it needs a large support structure to support the ride. This hill reaches its max angle very quickly, causing you to violently fly into your buzz bar and making it look like your head will slam into one of the metal beams. It then pops into yet another 90-degree left turn. This one, however, gives strong airtime in the front row. This turn is unbanked, providing solid laterals. It then drops off this turn. In the back, this will gently lift you out of your seat, nothing too intense. It then lifts into a twisted airtime hill. This gives a similar feeling in the front as the first drop does in the back. It slams you up and whips you to the right. The ride goes into a very drawn-out, slightly banked helix. This has good laterals, but not nearly as strong as another CCI, the Legend at Holiday World. It comes off this helix with a jarring pop of airtime in the back into an airtime hill that's not proportioned well enough to give any good airtime. And then the designers clicked autocomplete, which causes a very sharp turn into the final brake run. My final score for Cornball is a 9 out of 10. The ride may seem repetitive, but when you ride it, every element feels different from the last. It combines great ejector with laterals, a great drop, a generally smooth ride, and a cool setting by Lake Schaefer. It ranks number 19 on my personal list. It's right behind another CCI Woody, the Legend at Holiday World, and right in front of another lakeside coaster, this one being an icon, Millennium Force at Cedar Point. Cornball over Millie is not a popular opinion, but I prefer what Cornball does with its layout. If you've ridden Cornball Express, tell me what you think of it in the comments. Also, feel free to yell at me for liking it more than Millennium Force. I'll see you guys in the next one.